In a connected and volatile world, as organizations grow and scale, they need to come to terms with building in flexibility while also ensuring stability. McKinsey's research shows that organizations that work on creating an environment that enable agility but without sacrificing on stability are 3 times more likely to be high-performing than those that are agile but lack stability, and 4 times more likely to be high-performing than those that are stable but lack agility, and hence the importance of stagility.
The CEO of today has to deal with a lot of change and a lot of uncertainty, particularly around speed, number one, newer and current challenges like inflation and geopolitics, number 2, and 3, some new challenges that will be relevant for many years to come, like sustainability going forward. And in my mind, the timeless messages of the mindsets will remain, but they will need to adjust on the tactics. They will need to adjust on the tactics of strategy, right? How are you really being bold? How are you modifying your strategies in the context of a year or two, but not necessarily in the context of a 5 or 10-year horizon?
As a CEO, I tell you, I'm finding that I have to become a learning CEO. I have to go to school all the time because I'm learning new skills that I need to run this company, and I'm realizing that I'm not equipped to just coast. I have to constantly renew my skills. But more importantly, I have to surround myself with people who can help the company power through these VUCA times. What are we looking for? We're looking for leaders who are extremely agile, who can go from geopolitical calm to geopolitical crisis, from commodity volatility, where commodity prices collapse one day to another time when commodity prices are at an all-time high. In the volatile world that we have, priorities do change. It's interesting. At the top, priorities change more often. As you go down the organization, you have to anchor some priorities, because if everything changes for large portions of people, they cannot handle the volatility. The top 3 levels of the company are critical. Those levels, you've got to teach them to insulate the rest of the organization from wild swings, but work with the CEO on the volatility. In volatile times, it's more important you're out there, you're visible, you show that you're in charge, and that you're confident.
Well, that is the former CEO of Pepsi, Indra Nooyi, and as we just heard from her, the best CEOs stop the pendulum from swinging wildly. They also emphasize accountability, and that is crucial. They also think helix and not matrix. And of course, they make smart choices.
I think a CEO of today embodies the mindsets that we've been talking about, right? The boldness of ambition that is expected of them, but also that they're capable of in their organizations. I think there's a recognition that this job is too big for one individual leader. So you have to mobilize your team. You have to manage the psychology of your leadership team so that you're all driving towards the same goal. You can't put your head in the sand as in terms of your stakeholders. So the amount of engagement with your board, with the other stakeholders, is a core part of the role. And so CEOs today are CEOs of the world, right? And they're learning constantly from what's going on around them. They're bringing that into their organizations. They're mobilizing people towards really extraordinary goals. And it's an exciting opportunity. It's difficult, but those who are doing it well can accomplish terrific things for all the stakeholders that they're managing.